Did you want to be? You want to be in the Pro Bowl? I mean, you
Oh
want,
yeah, man. You want to get that under your belt. You want to say, Pro Bowler. You want to get that name, but at the same time, for me, my whole mindset was we going to the Big Bowl this year, and we're gonna win that one. That'll be even sweeter.
It's not even just numbers, as Marcus was saying. It's really sacks, right? Because I'm sure if you added up tackles for loss, hurries, you might have outscored some of the guys ahead of you.
Yeah, I mean, everything doesn't go into play. It's just all about sacks because when you're voting, all you see is the numbers, the sacks. And I get it, just gotta get more.
Do you find teams scheming away from you at this point? Do you find that they're less likely to run at you or to double team you or chip you or things like that?
Yeah, I feel like I run a lot of plays from the backside on running plays, but I always try to stay alert because they do try to run plays at us sometimes, but they're not designed to run front side. They run back. They always end up cutting back. But I think that's just a credit to how hard we work, and when people gotta alter their game plans to not run certain ways, that's cool, and that just shows respect. And I don't take it personally. I just work a little harder to try to make plays from the backside.
Jim Schwartz said yesterday that the defense maybe didn't have the urgency that you guys needed against New York. 3 straight touchdowns from them. Do you feel like that's something that the defense needs to work on going into the last 2 games and then into the playoffs?
We just need to keep on working on ourselves and keep getting better as far as, this game coming up. Let's try to work on being perfect, not creating penalties, that cost us in the game, that could cost us, down the road. And just keep working on ourselves. I think this last game, yeah, you can kind of say, people, nope, I ain't even going there. But just know that that we're going to work on ourselves and work on what we need to, and that's our technique.
A lot of guys have talked about when you guys even have won, and it looks like you guys played lights out, we're like, hey, we still didn't play where we should. The last 2 weeks, even though you won, are you still upset the way you guys played, thinking, hey, we can play a lot better?
Yeah, I know we can play a lot better. Some of those games, like I say, we down 20-7. Sometimes some teams give in and you just can't stop the bleeding. I'm just happy that we kept our focus during them times, during them hard times, and we wasn't doing nothing different. We just started doing it better than what we what we knew we could do. And I think we just had enough time to get ahead and get away with it. But I know in the playoffs we're not going to be able to get away with it. So that's why I say these last 2 we got to really work on it.
But how good is it though that you guys can win those games when you think about the playoffs, to know you're going to have to win close games even when you're behind, you have to go on the road and things like that?
Oh, that's going to help us out a whole lot. Sometimes the offense leads us, and sometimes the defense leads the offense, and it works hand in hand. And this time the special teams just showed up real big. 2 blocks with, 2 blocks and 3 blocks. Mm-hmm. Yes, 3 blocks. So it's like, those points. That's 4 points. With the field goal and the extra point, and then you don't know how many points things could happen. If you don't if you kick the ball and flip the field. So I think we just got to work on ourselves these last 2 games. Keep working on ourselves, getting ready for the first round.
This week you got Marshawn Lynch, one of the running backs that's broken more tackles than anyone else. Your number 1 defense, how do you go about approaching a back like that runs with so much power, change the direction, etc.?
Make sure we got maximum effort to the ball because, like I say, they're going to run some stuff in there. They're going to scheme up some stuff, try to get them on top of our safeties and corners. And we got to make sure as a D-line we rally and help those guys out if it does happen. But overall, I think we just got to attack gaps and get downhill and make sure that we do what we got to do to, bring them down.
Are you bummed about the Pro Bowl?
For me, like I was telling them earlier, my whole mindset was to get to the Big Bowl. We wasn't going to be able to play in it anyway. But I think for me, they went right down the list, of the numbers is right in order, and I understand, it's about numbers, and all they did was put a bigger chip on my shoulder for next year.
Well, hopefully nobody in here gets to play in that game, right?
I know, right. Nobody in here get to play in that game, and we all celebrating, later on, and that'll make it that much sweeter.